Hi, everybody. I just wanted to put a quick video out this week because we are moving into full moon on December 12th. It's going to be the full moon in Gemini. And so there's a couple things that are going to happen with this because the end of it's going to land us in a solar eclipse on the 26th of December. And so this is going to be a great time. This full moon energy is going to bring in a lot of magic and lots of harmony for us. So it's also going to give us a priority to be in a space of good dialogue to ourselves. And what does that mean? Well, all the self-talk that you've been talking yourself down on things is actually going to get accelerated. And so we're going to have the ability to do a lot of things. It's going to give us, I'm looking at my notes here, Gemini is opposite Neptune, and so Neptune is actually going to give us more meaning in our personal dialogue with ourselves. It's also going to allow us to see into a new reality and to shift that reality into a better space so that we can have some positive influences with this full moon in Gemini. So it's also a trigon of Jupiter. And what does that mean? So trigon of Jupiter in Capricorn, it gives us strength to react in our lives, to apply energy where we need to so that we can get things moving. And we're also going to have Mars in Scorpio. So with that being said, Neptune in Pisces is going to reinforce our convictions, allowing us to concentrate and be inspired by our lives for once. So if you guys have any doubts, well, the planet Neptune is going to knock those doubts out, and they're going to allow that energy to persevere you in a different action space. And so, you know, we're going to have some intensified optimism. And that's going to be a great thing for us, for those of you guys that have been out there really trying to get things moving in your life. Well, the planet Neptune is going to help you out this time. So any of those obstacles that are going to get in the way of your desired plans, Neptune's going to just take control of that and get it out of there so that you don't have to go through that. Also, you know, if there's some dissatisfaction in your life, in areas of your life that maybe you need to improve, well, you're going to have a chance to start to manipulate some of those life choices that you've been making. Also, it's going to allow you some time to get out of any toxic relationships, or if you're still holding on to a toxic relationship, well, this is the time that you're going to be able to be released from that toxicity of that relationship. So there's a lot of new opportunities coming on the wayside, and you know, I say that we're gaining a new perspective. You know, we have the ability with this full moon in Gemini to ask ourselves important questions about the future. You know, we're going to have some heightened emotions. Our intuitions are going to be heightened. We're going to have some emotional sensibilities, and all of these things are going to be amplified. And so, you know, moving forward in career space, we're going to have the opportunity to really excel, to really achieve the things that we've been after. And so, you know, in the last video that I put out, I said there's lots of things to be had. Well, here's the energy of the full moon in Gemini, and that's bringing in career opportunities. It's also dissolving anything by way of relationship to self or relationship to others, and kind of pulling out any of those toxic avenues that created a block for you to move forward and to have some things manifested into your life. This full moon in Gemini is actually going to inhibit women to have a little bit more willpower, to not be so suppressed in certain avenues of your life where you're feeling suppressed. It's going to give you the opportunity to amplify anything that needs juicing up. So if you don't have any confidence in some line of your life, well, women, you are going to get amplified by this full moon in Gemini, and you will have the opportunity to soar and to achieve the things that you've been trying to work on in the last few years. What does that mean for the next coming months? What does that mean for the next coming years? Well, we're going to be able to achieve long-term projects. And so that's really going to help out a lot of us that are, you know, planning for the future, setting seeds in motion right now. And so in 2020, you're going to start to see those things grow, and you're going to start to see your life amplify and accelerate in avenues that maybe were stagnant before. So this is a really, really good time to kind of put your ducks in a row. Also, we're going to be ending this full moon energy in a solar eclipse on December 26th. So that also is going to really shove us into the right direction. It's going to allow us to relinquish all of our belief systems about the fact that we couldn't do anything. It's going to pull the doubts out. It's going to pull out any of the, I say, self-servient suffering that we're creating in our lives. And so we'll have the ability to pull those energies away from us and really start to focus clearly on what our future is going to look like. And so there's a lot of really, really cool things connected to the full moon in Gemini. You know, we're finally going to feel what it feels like to feel harmonious in our lives. And also, you know, really take a space of really believing in magic, that maybe, you know, something we've been dreaming of in the past is really going to intensify and move right into our realm, and might seem like magic when it comes in. So I feel like this is a fairy tale moon, even though, you know, they're saying that this Gemini moon has a lot of divine feminine attributes. It also is very compassionate and loving towards those of us that need some love and understanding and a real direction. So it's going to give you that clarity that you're looking for as far as career and relationships are concerned. You know, anytime we're playing with Capricorn, Capricorn really doesn't have a super emotional side, although that it can be tender at times. Capricorn really asks us to kind of exhaust all limiting beliefs around career. And so we want to let go of any of those limiting beliefs and move forward in the correct direction as to our heart's desire. And so, you know, we're really coming to terms with the fact that we have the ability to achieve great things. And so I'm really excited about this full moon in Gemini, and I can't wait to see what's in store for a lot of my viewers out there, as well as, you know, my clients, friends, and family, because we are really, really going to excel here. Career-wise, and really start to have things show up in a different way. You know, I think we're reaffirming that maybe in the past we did something one way, and now we have a new perspective on how we can allow ourselves to change and maybe, you know, tailor it in a different direction, and maybe actually have it work this time, or pan out the way that you wanted it to, but with a little twist. And so there's lots of things that are going to be supplying us this energy to really excel and push forward, and really allow ourselves to have a lot of the things that we've been desiring, the things that we've been trying to manifest. And so it gives us this powerful energy to push forward, to accelerate, and, you know, I keep saying amplify the energy towards what you need to be doing in your life. You know, if you had a career and you just are like, this career is, I'm done, I can't be working all these hours and maybe I'm not getting compensated. Well, now you're starting to reevaluate and say, hey, maybe I can work smarter and not as hard. And so we're going to really be defining ourselves in a new reality. And so our reality is going to show up in a different way. It's actually going to be more realistic than this illusion that we've been buying into in the last few years. So really, really allow yourself to create right now. Start dreaming, thinking about all the things that you want to set into place for the next few years, you know, and what do you want to achieve long term. So lots of possibilities here, lots of doors opening for opportunities, and lots of compassion towards your own heart, and really identifying like, what is it that I really want to do in my life? And what are the gears that I need to set in motion in order for those things to show up for me? So great, great, great energy this full moon in Gemini. So you guys enjoy yourselves, and don't get too down and out around Christmas time, because even though this energy is pushing us in that direction, sometimes when we have a solar system, that's really being influenced, we tend to go in those low moments, and we tend to forget that like we're in the holidays, and that it's really meaningful for us to be present in other people's lives. And so this coming holiday season, I hope that you guys really remind each other that the presence of your love is going to be more impactful through this holiday season than it ever was. And it's because you're redefining yourself in your relationships to yourself as well as to others, but you're also redefining it career-wise. So don't let off on the beautiful things to come when it comes to having great family and friends around the holidays. Don't get your head too caught up in the career stuff where you don't get to create those meaningful situations with others during the holidays. So lots of things to think about, lots of things to reevaluate, and at least we're going to have some of this I say clouded fogginess in our mind be a little bit more focused, where we're seeing reality in a totally different way, but to our benefit. So hopefully some of these things helped you, and as we go through the motions of these solar systems and what they mean for us, I want to guide you a little bit through this and kind of give you an idea of like what is it that we are working on here, and what do we need to set into play so that we can work less, play harder, and have more fun in our lives. And so solar eclipse coming in on December 26th is really going to push you forward into that abundance year of 2020. So lots of good things coming for us, a great year coming up in 2020. And it's going to be fun. We're going to actually start to enjoy our lives for the first time in a long, long time. So I hope a lot of these things helped you kind of understand what you've been feeling lately, or what you've been thinking lately, or what you've been planning lately. And keep working hard on your desires. They're going to manifest in 2020. And I'm thinking this is going to be a really, really great year to come. So have a great afternoon, and thank you so much for your time today. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can look me up on Instagram, Dawn Hair Intuitive Healer on Instagram, and follow me there as well. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dawn Hair. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk real soon. Namaste.